This Northway does a lot of work.
Yeah.
So it's just.
Beyond the. Right.
Yeah.
You real.
What?
Ever know. Because.
Does. Kitty. Testing the audio.
Sorry.
Test. You look, we're good? Okay, good afternoon, everybody. We're gonna start today's meeting. Michelle, if you could give us the land acknowledgement and then I'll introduce the committee.
I acknowledge with respect that we're in Robinson Huron Treaty Territory, that the land on which we are gathered is the traditional territory of the Anishinaabe and known as Bawating. Bawating is the home of Garden River First Nation, Batchewana First Nation, and the historic Sault Ste. Marie Métis Council. Mr. Mayor, if I could, Mr. Chair,
We'll plan on never doing that.
if I could have a motion for the approval of the minutes once you've introduced the committee.
Yes, before we start, to my right is Mr. Anthony Rossi. Also to my right, Mr. Frank Bruni. To my left is Mr. Wayne Greco, and also to my left is Ms. Melinda McGregor. My name is Joseph Greco. I'm the chair of the Committee of Adjustments. Can I have a motion for the approval of the minutes of the last meeting, please?
I'll put forth a motion for the approval.
And can I have a second of that motion?
Second the motion.
Thank you. All in favor? Thank you. The motion is carried.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. I've not been advised of any pecuniary interest. Does anyone wish to declare? Seeing none, we'll record none. There's no request to withdraw or defer applications, so we'll move to the first matter on agenda under tab 1, which is application A2625, civic number 144 White Pine Court. And let me just check something here. If you'd like to come to the podium, and it's Matthew or Matt?
Gillingham.
Kyle is acting for Matthew and Elizabeth. And Kyle will just run through the application and the committee will ask if you have anything to offer. Once we're finished with your application, you certainly have the opportunity to leave or stay for the rest. So again, it's Kyle Gillingham at the podium. He's representing Matthew McLean and Elizabeth Galesic, who are the owners of civic number 144 White Pine Court. It is located on the easterly side of White Pine Court, north off 4th Line East. It is designated rural area in the official plan and is zoned R1 estate residential. The intent of the application is the following variances are requested to facilitate the proposed construction of a new 3.66 meter by 7.32 meter two-story garage. Specifically, sections 9.5.2 requires that the other side yard setback be 6 meters. The applicant is seeking to reduce the north interior side yard to 3.5 meters for the proposed garage only. Section 9.5.3.2, maximum height for accessory buildings is 6 meters. The applicant seeks to increase the maximum height permitted for the proposed garage to 6.8 meters. Effect of the application, the proposed setback will minimize site disturbance and tree removal, will maintain the required setback from the septic system, and allow the existing driveway to remain functional. In the short term, the increased height will provide additional storage space, hobby woodworking area, and in the long term, it will advance the potential for a second living unit. Notice of public hearing was sent by personal mail to neighboring properties by posting a sign on site and posting on the city website. As part of the application review, this proposal was circulated to the following internal departments and external agencies. Algoma Public Health didn't comment. Building Division had no objections. Conservation Authority had no concerns. However, they will require a site plan and permit application be submitted to them. Engineering and Construction had no comments. Fire Services, no comment. Legal Department, no comment. Planning Division were supportive with a condition. PUC Distribution Electric and Public Utilities Commission Water, neither one had any concerns, and Public Works had no comment. Planning staff have no objections to this application conditional on prohibiting windows on the north wall of the upper level. Staff encourage the applicant to maintain a strip of mature trees or vegetation along the north property line to further minimize potential privacy overlook concerns for when the second dwelling unit is created. There has been no opposition to the request. Planning have provided conditional support. There's been no evidence that conditional approval as suggested by staff would have a negative impact. The committee is encouraged to attach the following condition to any approval. Windows are prohibited on the north wall of the upper level. And again, it's Mr. Gillingham, and he wishes to speak to the condition as well. And those are my submissions, Mr. Chair.
Thank you, Ms. Kelly. Well, Ms. Gillingham, we'll start with you. What kind of comment would you like to give us regarding the windows?
Yes, first I'd like to ask, what wall are we talking about here?
The north wall,
Your side yard or the front yard wall?
the north wall of the upper level.
The interior side yard where you're getting the reduction.
Okay, so, a key, thing with that wall, there's a bedroom there, and the bedroom needs a window according to the OBC. So the client, aims to maintain a buffer, the tree buffer on his property, and as well, it's a vacant lot, full of trees, and, on top of that, it creates a negative impact, removing the windows, taking away from the aesthetic character of the building. And also you reduce the natural light and ventilation.
Just give me one moment, okay?
Okay.
Mr. Cicchini,
Is there not an option to put a window on the rear instead of on the side?
Ugh,
That bedroom.
because of the way the dormer is,
that
or
can-
the gable?
Yeah, so it's the layout of the building.
I'm looking at the window on the rear. Nothing.
That's the side.
Is it to the bedroom?
There's two windows at the dormer facing the.
That's just diagram here,
Yeah.
right?
Mr. Cicchini, what's your reason for not allowing the window back there?
Planning's thought was no window on the second floor due to privacy overlook concerns into the neighboring property when the second unit is constructed. Currently in the application, the applicant is going to be using the top floor as storage, which at that point, planning has no concerns. But when a second unit is developed and there are habitants there, there are privacy overlook concerns into neighboring properties.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
Can I speak to something?
yeah.
You're correct in that the bedroom requires, if it's a bedroom, the bedroom requires a window. Is that bedroom, though, extend to the rear of that second level? And is there a window there that would also be part of that bedroom?
No, the stairs separates the bedroom from the storage office area.
So if I understand you right, you're asking the committee to consider the tree line, the mature vegetation that's between where you propose to set the building and the abutting property. You're asking them to consider that sufficient for privacy.
That's correct.
Do we have a picture of the tree line?
Do you have a copy of the site plan?
Can you bring that?
You have a-
first? Somebody get that. Bring it. Can you submit it to Ms. Kelly?
There's no,
He's gonna give me some here so I can look at it. Jeez, there's a lot of trees there. Yeah. I'm gonna make a couple comments.
There's a-
I'll let Ms. Kelly circulate that for the members first, okay?
The trees are fairly tall.
Yeah, no. Yes.
Behind.
It's not.
Where's the street? It's
No,
going here.
we're- yeah.
There's a lot.
No. The
How
wind
do you
is-
monitor?
this end up. Like,
This is all,
yeah,
this is all tree.
like even if there was no tree. Visible.
But
Just
you
the
could
road.
build here. That's what. You could build. Still got sufficient setbacks. Yeah.
Everybody seen the, Okay, so I'm just gonna make a couple of comments just to have a bit of a discussion here and, I'll say mine and then I'll open up the floor here. We have a garage being built, with the potential for it to be a secondary unit, and we all know that the provincial government and everybody else is encouraging second units to be built. When you build a home within the setbacks, there's windows all over the place, and where those windows point, they point. Okay? Essentially, there is no concern on privacy on a home, from what I see. And if we're gonna follow the rules that the government gives us to follow, and these are not rules, but rather, um, what's the word I'm looking for? Not rules, but guidelines, I guess you can say. To have secondary units, we're gonna have to make reasonable efforts to make these secondary units, in my opinion, work. We have a very dense tree buffer. And I think that if we put a condition on rather to maintain that tree buffer, will not only satisfy the privacy concerns, but will also be able to satisfy the guidelines of secondary unit developments on properties. Those are my comments. I'll open it up to the floor to the rest of the committee to discuss.
I just had a question. I see there's the first floor plan. Is there a second floor?
At the second.
Just.
It's the first floor.
Is there a second floor?
But I don't.
That's just the first floor.
This is the key. What's in it is not.
Would you like me to share this copy?
I'll just, I'm good.
I
The
don't-
rest of the committee's gotta be satisfied, not me, so I've gotta let them do their.
I don't think it's in this package.
Here.
Actually, while I do that, I may ask Mr. Cicchini a question about that tree line buffer for privacy. What's planning's thoughts on that condition?
Planning has that in as a recommendation,
Right,
as further privacy, buffering. Now, the one issue discussed between planning staff was with that condition, there is no authority on who will, police and keep what trees and where.
Height and so on, bonus and so on.
After the property potentially is sold in the future, new owner could take down those trees and then present a privacy overlook concern.
Those trees, sorry, those trees currently just have leaves on them, correct?
I don't know what kind, they look, it looks like a mix of deciduous and
So once the leaves. are
coniferous
gone,
trees.
There's an issue there too.
For sure.
Yeah, so it's fine and dandy that the height's there and they stipulate, but also trees with leaves that will probably go away. Right, so we have that issue as well.
So just another question, just to be clear, the windows are currently in the storage office area or a future, possibly a future bedroom?
The client would like to build it complete, garage and loft. So the windows would be going in during the
I
construction.
think what he's asking is, can you move this bedroom somewhere else?
Well, no, I'm just looking at the floor plan. The bedroom has a window. The area that I think we're talking about is a storage office area.
Yeah,
Am I correct?
no, the north wall, that was all 3 windows on the interior side lot.
Okay. So
The question, Kyle, is how many windows or what window is on that upper level adjacent to the yard that you're seeking a reduction for?
The northeast and northwest wall, because the building is skewed.
The building's skewed, which window, if there's a window there, is overlooking on the north wall to the adjacent
It
property?
would be more the northeast. The northeastern wall.
To be clear, could you
overlooking
just
that.
point to them on this floor plan? Because it's easier.
Which is right, north,
Yeah, I would imagine it's.
There, these 3 right here.
yeah.
Yeah.
But the,
At least it says northeast on the.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Must be.
and
That's the floor plan.
the lower level is not a
What would
question.
be for
Yeah.
underpinning these windows here. So one window in the storage, one window into the bedroom, one window into the bath? Yes?
Which just,
That's the big.
oh, okay. Yeah. The big one. They can build.
Can okay, comment?
Yep.
And I just also to Nick as well, is there a way that the windows, if they're permitted, could be like frosted out so you can't see through them and just lights permitted? Do they have to be functional? I understand the functionality maybe for the window open and close on the second level, but can it be a stipulation that window be frosted or obliqued in such a manner that the window is functional for any safety or any other concern, but it cannot be changed to a clear pane so that privacy issue that Nick is bringing up can be negated or reduced to some degree, because the leaves will fall eventually and somebody may or may not build close to that sight line.
I will also note there are no neighbors here commenting on this.
Pardon
I will also comment, there's no
He
neighbors here.
owns the lot next, or?
Oh,
Yeah.
Sorry? What was that?
okay, I retract that.
So if that's possible, Kyle, that your client would stipulate to having that and maintaining that, then that might be a possible resolve.
So they own the lot next door? It's not merged?
So blinds wouldn't be sufficient?
No,
No.
no, Kyle, no, they'd have to be stipulated, they'd have to be maintained.
Is that something that your client would be amenable to?
We've never discussed that, but he certainly doesn't want to change the layout of the architectural drawings.
He doesn't want to change it?
He's very pleased with,
Cell phone?
yes.
You want to take a minute to go call your client, ask if he'd be,
Would you like me to call him here?
yeah, you can go out
Hold
with-
sec.
to have some private conversation. Let him know that the committee's considering getting a frosted window or opaque window and see if he is okay with that rather than no windows or maintaining the buffer.
Stand this down and move to another one. You have to speak on.
It's an
I can't stand it down.
motion.
Just gonna say to keep things rolling. And can I have a motion, can I have a motion to stand this application down while the applicant's representative makes a phone call? Seconded, please. Somebody give me a second, seconded by Mr. Bruni. Motion is carried. Okay, we're gonna move on to, the next application.
2. Noting no representation, Joshua and Rolene Boyle, it's application A2725, are the owners of Civic number 765 Sunnyside Beach Road. It is located on the southwesterly side of Sunnyside Beach Road and abuts Lake Superior. It is designated rural area in the official plan and zoned R1 estate residential. The following variance is requested to facilitate the proposed construction of a new 7.92 meter by 10.97 meter detached garage. Section 9.5.2, interior requires an interior side yard of 3.5 meters. They seek to reduce the southeasterly interior side yard to 2.4 meters for the proposed garage only. And you'll note there's no increase to height requested. The required setback would place the garage in front of the main entrance to the home and into the middle of the driveway. The reduced setback will be more aesthetically pleasing from the street and still allow access to be gained from the existing driveway. Notice of public hearing was sent by personal mail to neighboring properties by posting a sign on site and posting on the city website. As part of the application review, this proposal was circulated to the following internal departments and external agencies for their review. Algoma Public Health had no comment. Building Division had no objections. Conservation Authority had no concerns, but will require a site plan and permit application be presented to them. Engineering and Construction had no concerns. Fire Services Legal Department had no comment. Planning Division staff had no objections. PUC Distribution Electric had no concerns with the variance, but recommended that underground locates be requested through Ontario One Call to ensure that the new garage is not located over existing underground electrical service. Public Utilities Commission Water Service had no concerns. Staff and outside agencies are supportive of the request. PUC Distribution recommends that the chief building official or his designate be satisfied that the garage will not be located over existing underground electrical service. As such, the committee is encouraged to attach the following condition to any approval: that the chief building official or his designate is satisfied that the garage will not be located over existing underground electrical service prior to the issuance of a building permit. And those are my submissions, Mr. Chair.
Thank you. There's nobody here in the gallery for this matter. Any comments from committee members on this?
No.
No. Can I get a motion for or against, please?
Chair, I'll put forward the motion to accept the application with the staff recommendations.
Thank you. Can I have a second for that motion? Seconded by Mr. Wayne Greco. All in favor? Motion is carried. Okay, returning back to the application. Sorry, what was his last name again?
Gillingham.
Mr. Gillingham, my apologies. What did you find out?
So after speaking with my client, he agrees to the frosted windows. But he'd also like to point out that he cares very much for his privacy as well. And he is a tree lover. So also, the likelihood of someone building a house on the neighbor's property, it would be very unlikely they'd remove those trees. If anything, a driveway would go along.
You can't really consider ifs or but, or, you know, we can't consider possibilities. We have to consider what's in front of us, unfortunately, okay? I wish we could, but we can't. So we have an agreement by the applicant through his counsel or through his representative that they do agree to having some kind of opaque, frosted, smoked, or whatever kind of glass so that, you know, you can't see,
Maintain on the second.
maintain some privacy back there. Does anybody on the committee have any comments? What does planning think about that?
Planning would support the recommendation. It,
Perfect.
covers the privacy overlook concerns for both the applicant and potential future neighbors.
Perfect. Thank you. Can I have a motion on the matter, please? Mr. Ross?
For the motion to accept it with the additional recommendation that the frosted or opaque windows be on that level,
And-
all the windows
And to remove the,
maintained.
and to remove the current recommendation that they be prohibited.
Yeah.
Okay. All right, perfect. I have a second for that motion. Seconded by Mr. Wayne Greco. I saw him first. Sorry, Frank.
It's okay.
All in favor? Motion is carried. You're good to go.
you.
She'll send you everything that you need in the by email or by mail, okay?
Tab 3 on your agenda, application A2825, is an application from the city of Sault Ste. Marie, who are the owners of civic number 619, 623, and 623A Bay Street, which is the senior center. It is an interior parcel located on the southeasterly side of Bay Street, approximately 27 meters from the Russ Ramsey Way. It is designated commercial in the official plan and is zoned Parks and Rec and C3 Riverfront Zone. The following variance is requested to facilitate the proposed location of a 2.43 meter by 6.096 meter CCAN as an accessory building. Specifically, section 12.2, minimum distance of any building from any lot line is 30 meters. Reduce the distance between the accessory building proposed on the PR zone lands and the existing building on the C3 zone lands to 2.4 meters. The proposed accessory structure is intended to provide much-needed secure storage space to support events at neighboring parks in the downtown area. 2 existing wooden storage buildings are frequently broken into and will be removed and replaced with the proposed more secure structure. Notice of public hearing was sent by personal mail to neighboring properties by posting a sign on site and posting on the city website. As part of the application review, this proposal was circulated to the following internal departments and external agencies for their review. Building Division had no objections. Conservation Authority had no concerns but will require a site plan and permit application. Engineering and Construction had no concerns. Fire Services did not respond. Legal Department did not respond. Oh, I'm sorry, Legal Department had no comment. Planning Division staff have no objections to this application. Conditional on the chief building official or his designate being satisfied with the exterior appearance of the CFCAN. PUC Electric and PUC Water had no concerns. And Algoma Public Health did not respond. Staff are supportive. No evidence has come forward to suggest that approval would cause any adverse impact. The committee is encouraged to consider attaching the following condition to any approval: that the chief building official or his designate is satisfied with changes to the exterior appearance of the CCAN. And those are my submissions, Mr. Chair.
Thank you. I have a question. This is minor.
Yep.
From 30 meters to 2.4 meters.
Depending on the nature of the application.
Yeah.
If you consider it minor, you look at the
I
site
don't
plan.
think it's minor.
Well, then you're good with that.
That's my comment to the committee.
The only reason
And-
I,
And why do you say, sorry,
It's huge. It's a-
you say it's not? Where is that coming from?
We're going from 30 meters to
But
2.4.
minor isn't necessarily mathematical, so don't just look at
There's-
mathematics.
there's 2 sheds that are existing that are like within the lot line at the same spot that they're just removing and putting the CCAN.
So are those sheds currently, are they allowed to be there, those 2 sheds?
Their sheds, and sheds have a different category and,
And a C-can?
yes.
Because they're under the certain size. They're under the
No, the sheds, accessory buildings follow a different provision than freight containers or sea cans.
What are the, because the building official has to be okay with the appearance, is it the same rules like that at residential putting a CCAN or is it different?
It's the same,
Okay,
but on a residential, well, the size of this sea can is smaller so that it won't need a permit,
okay.
but they don't want to see sea cans become rusty tin units on any property, which is why they must satisfy the building division, chief building official, with either logo or painting or
Cladding.
putting a window in or siding it or something
Okay.
that doesn't let it just become rusted storage unit.
For sure.
This particular, if I could just explain on this particular application, if you look at the GIS drawing that I have provided in your application where Melinda pointed out where the 2 storage buildings are and where the proposed CCAN intends to be. This application is before you because they haven't been able to determine to me whether this property has consolidated or merged or not. If it's consolidated, this application wouldn't be before the committee.
Yeah.
That CCAN would be placed there, satisfy the building official. Because they haven't been able to satisfy me with that, and they need to go forward with it to get this equipment stored before winter, it was considered better to come to the committee with an application. If they get the approval, they have the approval. If they don't need it down the road, it doesn't matter.
Right.
It just gets it going.
So the city property, the city owns the property next
Ci-
door as well?
The city owns all of that, yeah.
Can we put a condition in regarding the exterior aesthetics besides the building official that it be cladded with something or covered with something? We can't do that, can we? Because I agree. I hate to see it, get lost in the ways.
It's intended to go sides of the CCAN. Next, right there. That's the
That-
design, yep.
What is that? That's not a design.
Yeah, it is. The logo there, Sault Ste. Marie, be on
Oh,
the
that's
back
gonna
of-
be on it? Okay. So it is gonna be cladded with something? Or covered with something painted?
It will be.
I just hate to see the city put something there and it's in our public space and, it looks like crap after a while.
They're quite, and that will have to be maintained, so.
Yeah, okay. All right. Those are my comments. Anybody else have comments?
Sure.
I don't know what they look like. I don't.
Generally speaking, across the city, yes. This is similar to what we did at the YMCA.
Thinking that.
Right.
And the cans are movable,
They're moving.
fixed, so.
Yeah.
Comments?
None.
Can I have a motion, please?
But
Chair, I'll put, oh, sorry.
You-
No, you go ahead.
put forth a motion to accept the application with the conditions and recommendations.
Second?
I'll second.
Frank,
Sorry.
Beach. All in favor? Motion's carried. Thanks,
you.
Kelly. I have a motion to adjourn the meeting, please.
I'll put for the motion, Chair.
Seconded by Frank. All in favor? Thank you. Meeting is adjourned. Thank you, Planning Department, for all your help today. Thank you, Michelle, for entertaining my questions.
Just wait till.